How was your life before taking part of the campaign of Israel? What problem did you have?
When I came to the Universal Church, I had an incurable disease. I had passed through radiation at the highest levels. That was life or death. There was no solution, no cure, and no medication to take. When they told me what I had, they explained that I only had 2 years to live. 1 year had passed already, and I was trying to find something or someone that could help my situation. So I only had 1 year left. The doctor said that there is no cure. I should leave everything and prepare myself to die.
What was the name of the infirmity? Does it have a name?
My illness was called overly exposure to radiation at the highest levels.
What were the consequences?
The consequences to having this illness was that all of my hair fell off, my eyebrows and my eyelashes. My skin was falling off as well. All of my internal organs felt as though they were being cooked slowly. It got to the point that they wanted to take out my intestines. They had found 10 tumors in my breasts. There was no cure for any of this. Every time I would go to the doctors, they would say I had something that was starting to worsen. I was waiting to die.
Excuse. Is there anyone else who was suffering from the same problem? Did the doctor say anything to you?
We were 389, and 3 of the 389 people received the worst. From those 3 people, I was one, the only one who remained alive. After, there was only 100 of us that was still alive. When I came, it was in the beginning of a campaign. I had left the lawyer's office, and he told me that there was only 25 of us alive. Slowly, everyone was dying. That's when I decided it was everything for everything. I had to do something crazy because what I had, there was no solution. There were many hospitals that did many studies. All of them would give me 2 weeks to 2 years to live. There was no solution, nothing. The only thing that they could do was to give me morphine because the pain was unbearable. I decided to stop taking the medication and to make my sacrifice on the altar. No one knew what I was doing. No one forced me to do what I had planned to do. I didn't tell anyone. When I heard that the campaign was going to happen, I stood up and I took my envelope and I stayed silent. Nobody knew. I had some money saved that I received to leave for my children. I had properties that I could sell. I didn't work, I didn't have anything. I was a single mother with 2 children, and I said I would leave money for them. But I made a decision in my life, what was left of my life. I wanted to see the difference in me. I wanted an answer because there was no more solution for me. I decided to grow my sacrifice, everything for everything. Independence of God completely. I didn't tell anyone, not even my mother. My mother was going to stay with my children. When I took my sacrifice, it was $100,000. It was everything for everything. I didn't have anything left, but I didn't think twice. I did what I had to do, and it was right away that I saw the results. After 4 months, I went to do my regular checkup. I went on my last vacation before I would die in December. That day was coming. They called me in those 4 days I went on vacation. They called me and told me that I had to come back to Los Angeles. It was an emergency for me to return. When I got there, there was many doctors reunited to do studies on me, for me to redo my exams again because they didn't understand what they found. When I did my exams, I had 10 tumors. My intestines were dissolving. They would have had to take them out. My whole body was rotting. When they redid the exams, my intestines were going back to health. They were no longer cooked because what is cooked can never come back. They didn't find not even 1 tumor. I was already gaining weight. My hair came back completely. Now I have more hair than I did before. Everything was coming back to normal.
And now, how was your life?
Now I am blessed. I opened my own business. My family is blessed, and I have health. I have a life that is very different from the one that I had before. I'm completely blessed and happy. Now I live in complete dependence of God.
And then, the faith of Roxana in this God, the God of the impossible, brought back life to her.